Hey everybody, welcome back to Jordan Samuel Skin Talks. How are you doing? It has been a while. Hope everybody's well. Obviously I've still been posting YouTube videos, but it's been a lot of spillover from Instagram. We've been doing a lot of Instagram lives, great guests. So I wanted to share them. I know the quality isn't always amazing and the syncing with the voices sometimes because of the screen record can get weird. But it's such great information that I wanted to get it out there. It's obviously been really extremely tricky during the pandemic. I work from home, so that hasn't changed. But just getting things together, my husband's on board now with the business as chief marketing officer. And then we're in the midst of moving across the country. So with all that going on, did some of the great IG lives, brought them over here because a lot of you have said that you don't spend much time on Instagram or IGTV, and then vice versa. A lot of people on Instagram say they don't spend time on YouTube. So anyway, here we are. And because I will be moving at the end of, I was gonna say this month, but I don't know when I'm putting these up, so that could mean nothing. As per usual, we're back on track with our BS over here at Jordan Samuel Skin. Just kidding, never. But I'll be moving the end of August. I am gonna try to get these up for August. And maybe September. I'm only filming about like 3 videos. These will be the last videos filmed here in our house here. That's why I wanted to get them up. So I'm really excited. And then I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to like get my bearings in New York and get everything together and find a good place to film, which obviously it's a small apartment, so it's not like I'm gonna have many locations, but just with good natural lighting, etc., etc. And we have to be quarantining for 14 days. So you're probably gonna see a lot of content from me that you never asked for or wanted to. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is, as per usual, a mix of stuff that I've talked about before, but dive a little bit deeper into it. Skincare reactions. And sort of just general questions that I get, some information that will surprise people. But the first thing I want to jump into is the people who will get a reaction from a product that they've been fine with. That can happen, obviously, right? That's like essentially the nature of a contact dermatitis. Something that you're sort of fine with. It can be for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden you have a reaction, irritation, etc. So that's sort of pretty well known. We're not really going to talk about that. This is more, and I've talked about this a lot, your skin is fine with these products. You happen to add in one other product, which might be an active. Usually is an active, it does not have to be, but usually is. So high percentage vitamin C's, alpha hydroxy, beta hydroxy acids, or vitamin A, retinol. So with that being said, 9 times out of 10, somebody will say, oh, I used to get on fine with this product, now I'm reacting. My first question is, what else has changed in your routine? And the first comment I get is people say like, nothing. Which is possible, totally, I'm not saying everybody lying. But then if I push a little bit harder, they'll say like, well, my routine hasn't changed, but I've upped 1 day of an alpha hydroxy acid product. I've upped 1 day of a prescription strength vitamin A or an over-the-counter vitamin A. Even that, even if you think you're acclimated, even that is enough to start throwing off skin sensitivities and skin barrier. And I've talked about it before, how people can be sort of, and I hate calling out specific ingredients because there are examples that happen to me or happen to a customer or client that we've sort of been able to figure out. But then I say that and everybody thinks that they have that issue with that specific ingredient. So that's why I try to tread lightly with that, because it's a bigger scenario than that. But there are some ingredients, specifically some preservatives, that I'm fine with when my barrier is really strong and really healthy. And if I up my retinols or I up my acids and I'm not really watching how the barrier is, maybe I'm a little sensitized, I can be reactive to ingredients that I usually am not reactive to. And I say this, and I wanted to talk about this because people will immediately get rid of a product, throw a product out, when really that's not, it's the bigger picture. It's not all of a sudden you're specifically reacting to one product for X reason. And so just look at the bigger picture. and be honest with yourself, because you can't solve a skin concern or a skin issue if you're not being honest with yourself. And I really do find that a lot of the times people will say like, no, it's not me, my routine's been this, but then they're not realizing they've added that acid in maybe one more time a week, or a retinol one more time a week, or maybe they doubled up for some reason. Maybe everything's been the same, but on the same night they did an acid and a retinol together, which can be used together. It just may sensitize your skin. So be honest with yourself and look into that and be your own detective. It can be excessive, but that is why I recommend, if you're somebody that tries a lot of products, if you change it up a lot, which I don't love and I don't recommend, but if you do, that you keep a skin journal. It's the only way that you're really going to be able to be honest with yourself and track those skin reactions. Because it's especially frustrating if it's a product you really love and all of a sudden you're reacting to it, and I get that frustration, but I don't want people to sort of throw out hard-earned and then well-spent money on possibly a good product if their skin's reacting to something that's maybe just a little bit of a surface sensitivity. And I'm not saying by all means forge ahead and keep pushing through a sensitivity, which will lead us into our next thing here. So just food for thought. I want you to get the most from your products is essentially what I'm saying. But recently I've seen people say, my skin's reacting to something, but I'm gonna keep using it because I wanna see essentially if it gets used to it. If your skin is reacting to something, redness, irritation, inflammation, breakouts, cut it, write that in there. You don't have to get rid of it. You can start then doing the detective work, but please, for the health of your skin, for the ease of your skincare routine in the coming weeks after that, cut it out. Don't keep progressing with it. Red means stop, irritation means stop, inflammation means stop. If it's a little thing like where you get like one little breakout, but like there's not irritation or inflammation, that's a whole different thing. And that's the thing, people again somehow think that both things are the same. They are not. So I'm talking reaction, heat, itching, redness, irritation, inflammation, things like that. But please stop and then take the time to look at your routine. Is your routine been completely the same products, same amount of time using them, you haven't been out in the sun, the weather really hasn't changed, and it truly is this one product, then great, then you know that you're reacting to that product. Which is also why we recommend patch testing always. And I know that I know the reality of patients and people not wanting to do that, but it's so important if you can patch test. It helps your skin. It helps, again, I'm saying the ease of your routine, but just getting into a really great sweet spot in your routine. I feel like there was one more other reactionary thing I wanted to talk about, but those are the two big ones because I see them a lot and I see them quite misunderstood, and then you sort of throw a product under the bus that was maybe treating your skin really well, and it might be more a combination. You know, it's very rarely, one specific product. Again, like I said, there is a possibility that you could absolutely react to something. But usually and I've seen that with people who were like, oh, I've used this product of yours forever, but now that I've upped like my Retin-A, like my skin needs a little bit of a break, and then they will come back to it once their skin acclimates. But ride that wave out, and I would say don't waste your money throwing out all of the products that you're all of a sudden reacting to, trying to get new ones on board just to be, I mean, that's sort of crazy making unto itself. But anyway, little reactionary discussion, a little welcome back discussion, a little, it's gonna be my last few weeks here discussion, which is crazy, I can't believe it. We got this place like that in New York and now it's like things are speeding up. But anyway, I hope you were well, I hope you were staying safe and healthy and dealing with this craziness the best that you can. I hope your skin is holding up. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching. I'm happy to be back. And until next time, bye.